Hey everyone, welcome back to Rose's Raw Reality, and today I am going to be talking about catfishing and how Snapchat may be the most dangerous app around, and it may be a playground for pedophiles. So let's get started. Catfish is someone they're lying about who they are, what they look like. They're using other people's pictures. They're pretty much stealing someone else's identity to get someone interested. And then what do they expect when the person actually sees them and knows they're not this person? Especially today with the pandemic and everything going on. You know, a lot of it's done online. People can go months and months talking to someone, pretending they're someone else, and they'll never know, because before you could always reverse search a photo and then you'd see it wasn't that person, or that person showed up on a different page and you could know, okay, this is probably a catfish. But now people don't have to do that. Now there's apps that just change your face and you look like someone else and you don't even have to steal someone else's picture, such as Snapchat. So guess what, everyone? I've been catfishing you right now. All I had to do was record this through Snapchat.
This is the real me. This is the real me. This is the real me.
My face without filters and changing every feature. This is what I actually look like. And it should scare you that I could have dozens of different faces just using a free app, especially the ones that look more real. And there's even more filters. Like, I can make myself look like so many different things, whether it's old, young, whatever. If I can make myself look this young, you guys can make yourself look this young, which means a pedophile can make themselves look this young. And then a child might not know that it's not a child they're talking to. I mean, it was scary enough when they just talked like children. Now they can look like them too. I don't think a child would be able to tell the difference between this right here and another real child. Okay, so now it's time to get into some numbers so that you can truly understand why you don't really know who's on the other side of that computer. 53% of Americans admit to falsifying their online profiles. 53% of Americans. It gets scarier. I think a lot of people think it's like this kind of like rare thing, but it's not. 73% of people use other people's photos. What? 51% of people who are engaged in online dating are already in a relationship. At least 10% of all online dating profiles are scams. I mean, I'm not that surprised. 24% of people use the opposite gender when making a fake profile. And guess what Snapchat allows you to do? That's right.
You can become the opposite sex.
Why not, right? But I would like to point out that the numbers I'm giving are based off of the numbers that they know of. They believe there's actually a lot more people that have been catfished or catfish that have not admitted to it, so they don't have all the numbers. One just came online. I should see if they want to be friends. Now all I need is my trusty app to Snapchat. Oh look, I got a message from someone I don't know. Hi little girl, wanna be friends? I have lots of candy. I'm sorry, I'm not allowed to talk to strangers, so I don't think we can be friends. But we're friends on Facebook now, so we're no longer strangers. Alright, I guess you're right, we're friends. I'll go ask my parents for a ride. No, don't tell your parents. They'll just make you eat yucky vegetables. They won't let you have a candy. We'll have so much fun. I mean, I'm just a cute little girl. Were you just a demon? I'm pretty sure you were just a demon.
No, I'm just a little girl. You're just imagining things. Just let's be friends.
There were like horns and your eye color changed.
No need to worry. I'm just a little girl like you.
I'm sorry, we can't be friends. I can't talk to demons.
Don't worry. I see children. I mean, I'm just a cute little girl.
I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm gonna go.
Don't go. Did you say no to me?
So, in my story, the girl was able to spot that it was a monster, but in reality, the real monsters of the world, the kids don't always get away. And now we're giving them an app to make it easier? That's crazy. So we need to do something to stop it as much as we can. And that's informing our kids of what to look out for and also informing yourself. I'm going to be going over some ways to spot it, which we're about to get to very soon. But there's more reasons than just this that's screwed up. So the real question is, like, is this good for our society? No. I don't think people should change their entire appearance. I understand this app is for fun, but I could see it being used in so many dangerous ways. And I don't see how this could really benefit society. It also makes you look prettier, which I think is another thing. You know, you can really affect someone's self-image when they look at this and it changes them as someone beautiful, and then they look in the mirror and they don't see that person. But yeah, dog ears, lipstick, eyes, whatever, you want to be a pirate, a bunny, that's cool. But when you change your whole appearance, that's actually really dangerous. Think about how bad this could be for stalkers, because you can already track Snapchat users. So imagine if someone was using this to stalk someone. Even worse, they might be using a filter so you can't recognize them or identify them. Do we want to ask that if someone changes their entire appearance where they're unrecognizable, that there's some type of way to identify them if they misuse it? Snapchat is already sharing snaps with law enforcement, so why not just share it with people if they're being harassed or having problems with someone they're using a filter to hide their identity? So I decided to take a picture of me sticking my tongue out with some blue stuff on it using this filter and see what came up. And guess what? It said it was a unique image not found anywhere on the web, and it's probably from a personal album. Meaning someone could do a search like this and think that they're talking to a real person. Alright, I'm gonna go over a few things that are key in making sure that it's the real person and not a filter changing their appearance. Alright, so for a lot of the filters on Snapchat, there's like a little thing like this on them. And it differs between what that filter is. Like the balloon in this one, or how it says pirate in this one. If you got one of these, it's a filter. One thing to pay attention to is if things don't work properly, like it looked really real until I took a hit and blew it out, and then the lips didn't know where to go. You can also see how it keeps going into my head. I'm assuming something like this you already know is fake. It's the ones that are more realistic you're probably concerned about. You just ask the person to turn and it glitches. Even if it catches back on pretty quickly, which this one is not doing that, by the way. This looks, I think, kind of real, you know, especially like for a kid. Except there is the teeth going on and there's the ponytails that you can't do anything with. But no matter what filter it is, whether it's this one or another one, you ask the person to turn away so it's not reading the face, it's gonna glitch. And even if it's just for a second, it will allow you to see the real face. Now, if you're ever not sure, ask them to turn the camera. Because if they turn the camera and are recording at the time of turning it, it will start to mess up just like this. And you'll notice how it's not really sure where to go. Oh, now it's going over my face, now it's not. Like, it gets really confused when you turn the camera while you're recording. It will give it away if they're using a Snapchat filter. And after you're done with this video, if you still want more tips, you can always check out last week's video, How to Spot a Scammer. So let's get back to Snapchat. Alright, it's time to get our tinfoil hats on because it's conspiracy time. First is that Snapchat is building a facial recognition database for the FBI. This became popular April 16th, 2016, when B.O.B. tweeted, "When you realize all of the Snapchat filters are really building a facial recognition database." Yeah. So I can understand why someone would think that. I mean, it's reading your face to give the filters. A month later, in Illinois, there was a class action lawsuit filed against Snapchat. And the reason for this was users were claiming that it was going against the Biometric Information Privacy Act. Not only did Snapchat deny the claims that they were violating the Privacy Act, but it also got dismissed because it was brought to arbitration instead. But that wasn't it for Snapchat in court. 2016 was also the first time that snaps had been used in court against defendants, and 2 defendants got charged with sexual assault. The statements that Snapchat keeps saying is they don't share information, and that they don't have a facial recognition software, that it's an object identification software. So I did a search on Google, just like I did on TinEye, and it just told me I was a girl. So that's like a perfect example of it knows what I am, but it doesn't know who I am, where facial recognition software would be able to tell you who I am. Object identification is like how when you go into your photos, if you have an iPhone, and you type in different things, how it will pull up pictures where it recognizes those images. Like you can type in bra and all your underwear pictures will come up. Yeah, I think that's about the best way I can describe it for y'all. After that happened, in July 2016, Snapchat was granted Google's facial recognition patent. And I mean, why would they need this patent if they don't do that stuff? And they did an analysis. Does that mean they've used it before or after? Maybe. It wouldn't make sense to me if they just were flat out doing it with the FBI because of everything the FBI already has photo-wise and video-wise. But what would make sense to me is the age one. I could see them testing out, different ways to do the aging and reverse aging process to help them track people down if they've aged. I could see that being a possibility, but I don't really see them just doing the facial recognition because they have so much already. Oddly enough, the conspiracy theory actually leads to my theory, which is A, the aging filters are helpful to the FBI, or B, it's fucking the FBI with like cyber terrorism and pedophilia and shit, because now people are using fake pictures that are their actual pictures, so you can't find them attached to another profile, and then it's just like super hard to find them. So one of those is probably right. The point is, with technology advancing, we need to be able to protect ourselves when people are able to download free apps and use them maliciously. We need to advance with technology. Alright, so just to let you know how dangerous it is, everything I filmed for this episode I did on the app Snapchat. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up, And comment down below, let me know if you know of any catfishing stories or anyone doing that kind of thing, especially using Snapchat. And of course, check out my social medias. And to protect yourself from people hiding behind fake profiles using more than just Snapchat, check out my video from last week and more on Rose's Ripoff Report. I'll leave the link. Thanks for watching. Bye.